Hi everyone, it's Melissa Davis from My Mimi with Love, and I'm coming to you on this Saturday morning to share what I have done for this week in my artisan journal. And I am a part of the collab, or participating in the collab, hashtag Artisan Journal Prompt 2024, which is an open collab hosted by Patty of Life with Patty. It has been so much fun. There's been a lot of women playing along, and I think everybody is enjoying this collab. It is open. If you're interested in joining, please feel free to hop right in here. Take a moment to go over and check out Patty's channel. Let her know you're intending to play along, and she will be sure and watch your video. As well as many of the other ladies that are participating. I decided to be a copycat this week and do what my sissy did because she's brilliant. So she took her book apart and put rings in, which solved so much of her alligator mouth problem. And mine is even worse than Sissy's because Sissy doesn't do all this ruffles and stuff. Annie of Annie Creates. So, I took my book apart. Now, I had a spine, so it was a little more difficult because I got it with the spine and the wire already in it. So, I removed the spine, and I think it turned out fine. I'm happy with it. But, see, this is attached because the wire was in here. Well, when I removed it, so many of the pieces tore because of the mixed media, the mediums, and all the Mod Podge and decoupage and stuff that I had done. So I had to go back and reinforce, and I decided just to put 2 rings because this is a smaller book. And I did, about an inch inset, so I put them on the second hole. And I just reinforced the holes that I'm putting the rings through. They turn easy. I like this. I have no issue with it at all. And the great thing about this also is the fact that you can take your pages out to work on them. So, yeah, I really like the way that turned out, and I did copy my sissy. So, this week's prompt, guys, is spring or Easter. We had a choice. But I was out of town the last week of March, so I did not get to do that week's prompt, which was greeting cards. Now, I could have just passed on and kept going. Patty leaves the choice to you. But I did not want to miss out because this collab is going to be going on all year, so I wanted to be a part of it. So, I went ahead and did my greeting cards, and I'll share that with you. And that was last week's prompt. And like you can see, it's easy to use these rings. And here is my greeting card layout. This entire 2-page layout was completed and done with greeting cards. I cut my porcupine out of a greeting card. This was a greeting card set. And I wanted to show you guys that anytime you see a greeting card, you can fuzzy cut or manipulate the fronts of the cards or whatever and use them as ephemera in any project, whether you're doing a journal page or art or even Happy Mail, pocket letters, whatever. But you would never know that this or these were originally greeting cards. And I used the little porcupine here, and I've got these little rhinestone jewels gems. And I'm using this for a place to journal. And I just fussy cut him out of the card. That's all I did. Just fussy cut him out. And then I'm using him as a part of my journal. And I've got greeting cards 2024. And then I can journal here. Then I cut this shape out of one of the cards. And I've got a little tag, learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow. And then over here, I cut this out of one of the greeting cards, and it's, you know, it's pretty much a mandala. And I just love the way it looks. This paper that I made the belly band out of is a part of the card kit. So it looks great with it, and it's double-sided, so both sides look great. And I used a little Velcro dot there to hold it together, and that just flips down. And I used the same gemstones over here that I did on the porcupine. Beautiful. And then you just flip it, and I could put a photo there, I could put a photo here, I could journal here and put a photo here. But it's just a waterfall. Let love live. Oh, let love in. Let love live. But you would never know these are greeting cards. So this is just a fun way, and a different way that you can use your greeting cards. And I just think it turned out, you would just never know that those were greeting cards. And it could be done in any journal. I've got lace on this side along with some flat back pearls. And I just think that turned out really, really cute. So this is my greeting card page. Now, I also, of course, am ready to share with you what I did for this week's prompt, which was in fact, or is in fact, spring or Easter. And I decided to do spring. But before I show you what I did, let me share with you some Happy Mail that I received, because it is relevant to my next page. This Happy Mail came from Gina of Gina Loves to Craft. Now, I know that most of us know Gina, but I would like to say that she is just a special, special person in my heart. There is something about Gina that really brings out the nurturing or motherly side of me. I just adore the little... See, I want to call her a little girl, and I'm fully aware she's not. But she also happens to have a Pomeranian. And I have a Pomeranian, and they look so much alike. They're probably the exact same size. Sadie weighs like 5 pounds. So I just adore Gina, and I received this Happy Mail from her. And I wanted to let Gina know how much I appreciate the Happy Mail and how much I've been thinking of her, because lately, guys, you do need to keep her in your prayers. She has been through it with surgeries and a lot of medical procedures, and you know, she's really been struggling. So, anywho, I was so thrilled to receive some thank you, although she did not need to do this at all. It was very kind and sweet of Gina, which is typical Gina. So, this week's prompt for Patty's collab is Easter or spring. I did, in fact, choose spring. And I wanted to share with you, this is the card that Gina sent. Now, Gina did not send me this in this shape. I actually cut this card and used it in my spring layout. But she sent this card that said, "Hi, sweet Mimi. Wanted to say thank you for all the love and support. Love you. Gina Loves to Craft." See, she's a doll baby. And she has a palm. And tomorrow, Gina, is mine and my Palm's birthday. Sadie and I both were born on April the 7th. So I wanted to share that with you because I love your little Palm too. I wish him and Sadie could meet. But I did cut up Gina's card so you can't see how cute it was. But I could not resist because she also sent in the Happy Mail these two dies. Now, both of them were in their own packaging. I'm the one that lost the other packaging. But this is Lily, and these are paper piecing dies, okay? And this was, oh, what was his name? Oh, my goodness. He had a name, too, and he is a paper piecing die as well. And I just love these. I love paper piercing. It's very similar to the punch art. I get a big kick out of doing this. It's like a little puzzle. I love it. And I really wanted to thank you, Gina, for these adorable dies because here is my spring layout. And I used the little platypus. Let me move this back down here so you can see it. I used the little platypus and I used the sheep because they were just too cute. And because they're paper piecing, you had to piece them back together. You can see I was able to 3D the little platypus's bill and her little hair thing. I was able to put those 3D, and I just love the effect. You can see how that's raised. I just love the effect. I think that is absolutely precious. And here is where I used Gina's card. I cut out the thank you, which fit into these parts. I guess I was still stuck on using greeting cards, right? But just wanted to show you guys what an opportunity. The colors match. It says thank you. It's adorable with my trim. And I put I did the marking around the little sheep. I put a little bow there. Guys, I cut this grass out on my brand new Cricut Maker 3. More to come later on that. And then I went and did little pearl drops to make flowers in my grass. Both of these are the same grass. I just flipped them different ways so they'd look different. I printed out, hey you, E-W-E. It's spring on my Cricut, and I used the pearl drops just to put a little mark on each one of the letters. I also used some flat back jimmies there. And there is the thank you. I will remember that this was Gina. I love that I was able to use this part of the greeting card after this prompt. I often use greeting cards. I will many times cut things I like out of them and use them just like this here, and I just think that looks fantastic. So, anywho, sorry this video got so long. It was 2 weeks after all. I had Mimi Mail and hashtag Artisan Journal Prompt 2024. If you haven't already, make sure you go and share some crafty love with these two ladies. I will have their links in the description box below. Let me know what you think, and let me know would you do this? Would this be something you would do? Would you cut that out and use that, or no? I mean, I'm just curious if I'm the only one that does things like that, or if someone else would do that too. From Virginia, guys, I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.